One day, I sold my Suzuki GS 600, that it was a very powerful motorcycle, but it was a little old. It was a 2009 model. And I felt it like it's not a complete motorcycle. We motorcycle riders are always in the search of the perfect fit motorcycle for our needs. At that point, I wanted a motorcycle with a little more safety than the GS 600 had to offer in that moment. For example, I wanted a motorcycle to have at least ABS. So what I did, I went to my dealer and I started looking around. And I saw exposed two CF Moto motorcycles. In that moment, I knew nothing about CF Moto, just that is a Chinese bike like everybody else knows, nothing else. And I saw one 250 NK and one 300 NK, one next to other, exposed. And I liked them. I was a little curious. I asked my motorcycle dealer, I asked him if those motorcycles are reliable. I asked him if you can find parts. For example, if I have a problem in the future, can you find easy parts to replace it, or will I have problems? And he told me, nothing to worry, go on my hand, take it, and you're not gonna have issues with parts, reliability, or stuff like this. I am sure everybody would ask the same questions when they buy a CF Moto motorcycle, because also I didn't knew anything about CF Moto motorcycles when I got my first CF Moto. Between the two, I picked the 300 because I thought it's a little bigger. 250, it's the smallest of them, so I should pick the biggest engine of the two for my needs. I don't know. I was very happy when I got it because I loved the design. You know, the design it's made by of the models of 2021 from CF Moto are made by Kishka Design, well-known, famous design that makes designs for famous brands like Bosch, Audi, cars, KTM, Adidas, and many famous brands. So I decided to give it a try to the bigger of two of them, between the 250 and the 300. I picked the 300 NK. I was very excited. I was coming from a bigger engine, but what to see, I felt no huge difference in power, acceleration, stability, smoothness, and the position I had on the 300. Even if it was a small engine, I felt very familiar on it. I don't know, like coming from the 600 GS to the 300, I was expecting to have a huge difference, to feel like a scooter or something. But no, I felt no huge difference coming from the 600 to the 300. And I started to learn things about CF Moto to understand why it's not just a Chinese bike like I had in my head, and I had no knowledge about CF Moto. And I started to do my research. And now I know that not only my CF Moto motorcycle, and definitely all other brands are producing their parts for their motorcycles, electronics in China to have profits, to reduce the cost of production for many years now. It's not something that happened recently, or for many years all major motorcycle producers are making their motorcycle parts and electronics in China, like fairings, glasses, handles, I don't know, everything in China. After that, I made a visit to CF Moto dealer in Cyprus. I wanted to make some videos about CF Moto motorcycles. This is mine.
Yours?
Yeah. I'm gonna sell this one. And I'm gonna take that one if I like it.
Okay.
and I saw in 2023 exposed the two, one next to the other, the 450 NK and the 800 NK Advanced. In that moment, I got in love with the design. The design of the 450 NK and the 800 NK, 800 NK Advanced are made by Modena 40, another famous Italian design brand. So I love the design of the, especially the front light of the 450 NK and the 800 NK. And I started to research more about CF Moto to understand what's happening. How come they have so much technology? They have parts from Bosch, braking system from Brembo, JG1, that is the same company and they use the same technology, so the quality of the JG1 is gonna be obviously the same of the Brembo. KYB suspensions that are used on the most popular motorcycles nowadays. So in that moment I bought the 450 NK and I loved the power of the engine, the sound of the exhaust, the smoothness of that motorcycle, the balance, the consumption. I got in love with another CF Moto motorcycle. After the 300 NK, I got in love with the 450 NK. I bought it in 2023. So think about it. When I entered the CF Moto dealership and I saw the 800 NK was somewhere in the right and the 450 NK is here on the left. Maybe I can find some images from that moment. I bought the 450, but I always had my mind of the bigger brother, the 800 NK Advanced. I took the 450, I had a lot of fun with it and I found it the most fun, smooth, with beautiful exhaust sound motorcycle. And now in 2024, I finally decided to get the 800 NK Advanced. And now here I am, after 3 motorcycles from CF Moto, 300 NK, 450 NK, and the 800 NK Advanced, over 30,000 kilometers later, on the total of the 3 motorcycles that I own from CF Moto, without even the smallest issue with any of them. I didn't have any issue with the 300, 450 or the 800 Advanced that I have now. And if something is gonna happen to it, or if I don't know, I'm gonna have an experience, pleasant or unpleasant, I'm gonna post it to this channel. If you know, they released a new engine, 675cc, and they made a sport and a naked version. They're gonna bring them in Cyprus in 2025 at the beginning, somewhere January to March, and I'm gonna go to, if possible, to test them, to show you my experience coming from the other two that I previously owned, to make a small comparison, to tell you actually my impressions about the new motorcycles that they're gonna release. So subscribe to my channel to be in touch if you are curious, I don't know, about CF Moto motorcycles in general, because I'm gonna have this motorcycle and use it and see what's happening with it, how reliable it is. Anyway, after owning it for more than 6 months now, it's 7 or 8 months, I don't remember, I'm gonna prepare the review of the 10 months. It looks impeccable, nothing changed, a little dirt here maybe. But if you expect parts to fall off, I don't know, from the quality of the CF Moto, no, it is more than you expect. I feel it is more than you expect, yes, that's the word. So subscribe to my channel to see the coming engines from CF Moto, the new 675 that I'm gonna review, and they're gonna bring them. Subscribe to see my experience with CF Moto if you are curious to learn about CF Moto quality, reliability, or anything. Subscribe, and I'm gonna post it here. All right, that's it. Bye bye.
Adrenaline in every mind. On this road we reconcile. Winding roads and open skies. CFMOTO, free your mind. Ride the roads with CFMOTO. Let your spirits